So in our last video, I built this pantry for our kitchen. And so today I'm going to build a custom spice rack to go on the inside of the door here.
Here we go.
Yeah. Wow.
Hey everybody, this is Bill with Live Simple, Live Free. If you watched the last video, you saw me build this pantry. Now it's not quite finished yet on the outside. I don't have enough sheetrock and I don't want to buy a big piece of sheetrock just for this little strip, so I'll finish this when I do the sheetrock in the addition, the main room that we're building. I'll have plenty of sheetrock to finish it. So the outside isn't quite finished, but the inside is. And so now I'm going to be building a spice rack to go here. And in the last video when I mentioned that, a lot of people said just go to Amazon and they have all kinds of different spice racks designed to go on the inside of the door. So I went there and I looked at that, and they do. They have a variety of different kinds of wood and metal spice racks, but they were either too cheap for our liking, or they weren't customizable enough, or whatever. We couldn't get one to fit the way we want it designed. So I decided to go ahead and design and build my own custom spice rack just for the things we want to put in it out of wood. So we're very excited about getting this done. We can clear off all that spices and all those things that are sitting on our countertop right now, get it all much more organized, get everything in here where it belongs. So we have several different types of things that we want to put into this rack, and so each shelf has to be designed for the things that are going into it. A couple of racks at the top, we want to be able to put these pantry cans from Thrive Life, and they have to have a fairly wide shelf, and then under that we'll be putting a bunch of spices which need a much narrower shelf. If I made a wide shelf like this to put these in, they would rattle all around, so we want to make this one narrower so they'll stay in place. Also, it wasn't enough to just measure the top of this and see how far the spacing has to be between the shelves, because there will be a slat like this that goes in front of it that keeps it in place. And then I don't have enough arms, but we had to make sure that there was enough room to lift this out. If we just put the next shelf right there and this was there, it wouldn't go. So we had to do this and then make sure there was enough room to lift it up and over so we could measure to make sure we had enough space to get things in and out. So it was a little bit complicated figuring it out, and like I said, each shelf is a little bit different depending on what we're going to put in it. But you'll see what I'm talking about when it's finished. Okay, so now this is one sideboard cut for the rack, and the shelves will go in here. And I have it like this because at the top we have two shelves that are wider for the pantry cans, and then down here, these ones down here are going to be narrower for the smaller spice cans. Okay, so I got it laid out where all of the shelf levels go. So I could actually use a dado blade here and recess this a little bit, set it back in like that with a groove. But you know, I'm not going to bother because there's hardly going to be any weight on here, and I'm going to glue it besides nailing it, and then it's going to be attached to a board in the back and be glued and nailed along the back as well. So I think all the extra work of doing a dado blade and insetting that in there is just not going to be necessary. So I've got this board that I've already cut and painted one side, and this is square. I'm going to put this on here, and that will help. That will rack the thing and make sure that it's square when it's finished. A little bit of glue. Now this 1/4-inch plywood is very soft, and if I use the finishing nail gun to put this on, the head of the nail would just blow right through there and it wouldn't hold. So I got these little brads to put in, and I learned a long time ago that with these short things trying to do this, you're going to smash your fingers. So what actually works is to use a needle nose pliers to hold it. Like that. And now I use the plywood to make sure it's square. Now it's a matter of just going around and nailing this down with these little brads all the way around. So now I've got this put together, and at first glance it looks like I've got way too much room up top, that I could have put them closer together and put more shelves in. But don't forget, I gotta put this across to keep it from falling off. The problem is I got to figure out where to put that, and then I still have to have room to get that up out of there. If I put it up too high, then you can't even get it out. So because of this, I had to leave the extra room in order to get it out. And it looks like I'm going to leave about a 1/2 inch here, so that'll lift out okay. And then I think I have the same sort of thing down here. If I give it a 1/2 inch gap right here, then I can get it out. If I lift it up too much, then it won't come out very easily. So it looks like I'm going to go with a 1/2 inch gap on the bottom of each of these. These little pieces are the scrap that I cut off the end of there. 2 of those is a 1/2 inch. So I can just set those right there as spacers to make sure that they're all the same. This is really tedious. I should have painted these before I cut them up. Well, enough of this. You get the idea. I'm painting this. It's going to take a long time. Okay, so I got a mark here.
Okay.
And we need to lift it up, and then you need to support it while I move it, and I'll put a screw up here, and then I have another mark down here. Once that screws in, then I can make sure it's straight and put a screw down here.
Okay.
And then I can put all the rest of the screws in.
So I'll be the main one supporting it.
Yeah, then I will place it.
Okay. Oh, this looks so good, sweetheart.
Ready?
Uh-huh.
Oh.
Is that okay? You got it lined up right?
Not yet.
Okay.
Oh. Okay.
Can I let it go?
Yep.
Oh, cool. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Good, good. And do you still have to use a level on it?
No, I measured on the size here.
Excellent.
I'm not completely sure those screws are going to hold it, though. I'll just have to see. Oh yeah, it's going in tight.
It's pulling in tight?
Yep.
Excellent.
Okay. Thank you, dear one.
You're welcome. This is awesome.
Let me make sure it's going to close before I put more screws
Yes.
in.
So far it's looking good.
How's that?
Just perfect. Oh my goodness. Can I hold the door for you yet, or?
No, it's fine.
Okay.
We have a spice rack.
Oh, this is very exciting.
Alrighty then. I've still got a few more screws, but there you go.
Oh, thanks. I want to try something. It should hold if I put one thing in there, right?
One thing, yeah,
Yeah.
don't load it up much. It's only got 4 screws in it.
Right. I just want to check this. I'm going to do it gently because I know the paint is still a little bit fresh.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Fits beautifully.
Yep.
Yep. Easy to get in, easy
Copy.
to get out. Yep.
There you go.
Oh, I'm going to be able to put so many things away now. I'm going to find my table, find quite a bit of my counter. Woohoo! Now I know we need to let the paint really set some more, don't we, before I put stuff in there?
Yeah, I just painted it with 2 coats, and it's still kind of it's dry to the touch, but it's still kind of soft, and you
Yeah.
can scratch it easily. So
Yeah,
we don't really want to load it up, probably at least until tomorrow.
yeah, give things a chance to cure.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Awesome, awesome. All right, I'll let you keep putting all those different screws in. Thank you, sweetheart. That's pretty doggone cool.
So, dear one, your spice rack.
Yes. This is so cool. It is going to be such an efficient system. If you can see here, this one is deeper and then they get a little bit shallower. That's so that my bigger things, like this is some of my Thrive Life bouillon or something here. Oh no, it's my wonderful tomato sauce. That can just fit gently to put right up in there, and we'll have room for all that. And then spices can go in the little bit narrower place there, and they will work very, very well. It is going to make it so easy to find everything I need and get my counters much more cleared off.
So, what is your next step?
Oh, I am going to be organizing,
Right.
planning all of my Thrive Life cans, planning everything that's going to go in here, and planning all my spices.
Right.
And then I'm actually going to be labeling them.
Right.
So I know exactly where to find things. And also having this like right here in this spot in the kitchen. The stove is right here behind Bill. It's just going to be such an efficient cooking work area. So you're just so good at this kind of stuff.
But all of that organization will be in the next video.
Oh yeah. We're going to do one talking about how I'm setting up and organizing this pantry.
Yeah. So look for that next video, pantry organization.
Yes.
Yep.
So it gave you just a little glimpse. A little glimpse. All righty.
So I hope you've enjoyed this.
I sure am.
Yeah.
Live simple.
Live free. She's been grinning for 2 days.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching, everybody. You be blessed.
Yeah. We love you, and I'll show you the organization in just a few days here. Bye-bye.